Hi, my name is Ben Love, Artistic Director of Ballet Soul. It's been a very long time we've all been isolated. It's so nice to be in the studio theatre with the dancers. It's been a challenge, basically, to keep the dancers separate 2 meters away as we work towards building this as a documentary film. We're talking about where we're going to film, the location of Othello, and that's very hard at the moment because we've got to find lock down the locations. At the moment we're working from the theatre, so nice to be in this space, and gradually we're going to start building. It's a work in progress. Hopefully, whatever date we can have this locked down for you guys to look at. I'm talking about myself, creating. Second stage is actually in the studio now, doing class. Third stage is like choreography, each dancer. The next set is a film, in isolation, location, different locations. Still, Hannah will come tomorrow and she's working on locations. It could be out on the street, it could be in an alleyway, it could be in some old warehouse, something, I don't know. We've got to work on that. Because we can't do, obviously with Othello and Desdemona, we can't do all the pas de deux, the left things, because so we're going to work cleverly. I want to choreograph you, choreograph Brandon, and these guys will bring it together, it looks like you're together, editing, right? Same with Emilia and Iago, there's some scenes. Walking, yes. Yes? As I come to, and then it needs to go relax. The dancers are doing their own choreography. Not to the classical. Nice versions of the Grand Battle from now. Did you really be small? I
think so. The dying swan.
Lee Sears, and I'm playing Othello in this production, and I'm so glad to be back in the studio. When the pandemic, COVID lockdown first happened, I think that I was really trying to make sure that I worked out every day and I had to achieve and I had to keep this sense of, going, and this idea of, succeeding and achievement. Which was really difficult because I think the pandemic forced us, it was a leveler, and so it forced us all to stop, and I didn't really want to stop, so it was really difficult. I think after a while of, trying to find space to teach and dance in the studio and to move, I thought the best thing would just be to stop, and so I stopped moving because I thought that sometimes there's growth in coming back to dance when you find out a little bit more about yourself. So I took the time to kind of figure out how to make meaning of all this mentally and emotionally. And so I did a lot of reading, a lot of journaling, and figuring out what this time meant for me and how I could use it to be a better person. I think it's been an emotionally and spiritually challenging growth in that as well. And to be back into the studio today for the first time just feels, there's nothing like dancing to the piano and finding your place at the bar and just going within and treating it. I always treated it as a meditation. That's what really made me fall in love with ballet, was just the showing up every morning, placing my hand on the bar, and then just going within with the breath and the movement and the technique, and it's very methodical and precise and yet elusive. Classical technique is always very elusive because it can never, what are you trying to attain? And to be in the studio today, there's just no feeling like it. It feels great to be with people and to talk to people and to dance with people and to move with people. Movement is life. And to share this today in the studio, it's just been great. Really difficult, really hard. My body hurts so much, but it's really, the feeling is indescribable. And I'm so glad to be back.
Hello, my name is Daiana. I'm playing Desdemona in Othello. I just want to say how amazing it was coming back again to the studio. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate the effort who is doing Ben Love and the company for coming again with this situation that is getting very tough. It was amazing. Like another wave, another energy, and I was missing it. Really tough times we had. I've been training at home. I've been trying to do class every day. It's difficult because there is no one else to push you. You just need to be by you and yourself. But I tried. I've been training a lot at home with water, with elastics, and with some professionals that we're doing by Instagram or Facebook, so we could keep on shape. I could do point shoes today, my first day. I know it's quite brave, but I did it. I was like, needed it. And very happy to come back again.
Bengo, and I play the mother. It's surreal. You're not quite grounded actually. There's a sense of consciously grounding your feet down and to be present. Like it's where you've lived in uncertainty for so long. You're in the studio and you're really trying to find groundness and I guess get back that familiarity that you had before in the space. How you usually feel. So that's what it's like. What's it like to be directed? It's kind of like you get a direction, you process it, and then you move. And pre-lockdown, that process or that interpretation was a lot quicker, but now it's just a little bit more dragged out. So you listen to direction, you process it a little bit longer, and then your body interprets it and actually fits into your body that much longer. So I think for me, that feels a lot longer than what it used to be. As dancers, we're very quick up. Yeah, got it. Action. Because now that is a lot more stretched out, that process. What's it like to be back with my dance peers? It's great actually. I think you forget how much, yes, we have laptops and Instagram and Facebook and blah blah blah, but there's so much beauty to see someone else move and dance and how they inspire you. You really forget how when you watch someone else do what they love doing and they do the same thing you love doing, it actually it just reawakes a different side of inspiration to you. I think you forget that human inspiration. Just watching people dance, I'm just like, yeah, okay, I wanna get up and tell that story and move that beautifully, and yeah, I think being in some space, I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Instagram stretch.
My name is Jordan Ajadi, character Iago. Returning from lockdown's been quite an interesting experience. I feel like I've been in this incubated space whilst during the lockdown, and now coming out of that back to full flow of the hustle and bustle. I'd like to keep the stuff that I've learned from having a slower pace of life, so that I don't rush into too much like it was before. It feels good to be back into the space and doing stuff and keeping busy and working again, and yeah, because the arts are important, and I think if not now, then when. So it's good that we can still produce and create art and create work, because I think people need it. People need that therapeutic rest. It's cool to see people again. Like spending 5 months with the same person every day can get a bit a bit much. So it's nice to see other people and share experiences with other people and yeah, catch up. Because it's been a weird year. We've all experienced it, so it's nice to feel like everyone's on the same page.
I'm Melody Tamiz Burke and my character is Emilia. Returning from lockdown is really good. It's hard. I think you get into this place in lockdown where you think you're being really proactive. I mean, I guess not everyone's always trying to do things, but as a dancer, I try to be super proactive and like work out, but then you come into the studio and it's actually something like super different and it works your body in a whole different way. But I love it, so it's good to be back. Taking direction again is actually super refreshing. Sometimes you kind of get into yourself a lot, and it's kind of just like hearing yourself talk over and over again, and sometimes it's good to hear kind of key points from other people, because you learn that, other people have other kind of teachings and they have more information than you do, so it's always good to have that kind of as a running theme, I think, especially for a dancer. It's really good to be back in the studio with dancers. It's definitely a very different atmosphere. I mean, especially in this time, people weren't even being social anymore, so I was just stuck in a house with my husband, and that's only good for like so long. It's good to like see other kind of creatives, and being in a space together, you forget that that's kind of what enriches you as a performer and as an artist, and yeah, it's super good.
Get split! Yes, thank you.
My name is Isaac Lee Baker. I'm playing Cassio in Othello. It's brilliant to be back in the studio in comparison to times of lockdown and isolation where space is limited. And obviously being back now in the studio, it's the factor of having direction for the work that you're trying to create. Also to come back and see old colleagues and new faces, people joining the team. Yeah, I'm looking forward to working with them.
My name is Mattia and I'm playing the character of Roderigo. Returning from lockdown is really great. You got the opportunity to be back in a big studio. You can have class directed by a ballet master, and it's really great having like the stamina and the dynamics that you have in a class that you can't have at home during this lockdown that we got. It's really great being directed again because you receive a lot of inspiration and you can prove yourself again. Returning back to the studio, it's really great because you can share a lot of energy, vibration, and with other human beings that are your colleagues, your friends, and also it gives you a completely all new energy and perspective that go through the work.
It's great. Lockdown was an interesting test of patience at times. I moved back home to the countryside, so it was great because it was a time to reassess and relax, but also then trying to fit in a ballet class in my house was not really ideal. I was living with my mum, dad and my 2 dogs, so often I'd be at the bar, I'd be doing like a grand battement and almost kicked my dog, so that was quite scary, and the confines of living in a really small house was not ideal, so being back in the studio where there's so much space is really freeing, and it's really nice to be back. It's really lovely to meet everyone again and see people that I haven't worked with for a while. So there are people that I worked with before the lockdown and I realised how long it's been since I've seen them. So it's actually been so lovely to catch up with everyone again and to dance together. At first I was quite nervous. I was a bit apprehensive because of the type of training I've been doing for the past few weeks. I couldn't really do too much dance at home, so I was looking to other forms of exercise. So I was a bit worried about doing ballet again, and I'm worried about the technique not being there. There's that like pressure of wanting to impress your director, but actually it's been really nice, and they've all been taking it slow and building it up gradually. So I'm really glad to be back.
Hello, my name is Callum Brown and I'm from Blueboardproductions. During this pandemic, it's been very hard due to my projects and clients' projects being put on hold. Luckily, I had a breakthrough from Xeniya, the creative director of Othello21. She put me in contact with Ben Love, who I've never worked with before, and meeting Ben Love and all the creative dancers was just an amazing experience working alongside them, creating this project, which you hopefully have seen, Othello21. If you haven't seen that, go watch it, then come back here, and then watch this. Since me and Ben come from different backgrounds in the creative industry, it was really nice to express my artistic vision as well as his to create this project for you guys to watch.
Hi, my name's Luke Parker from A7 Media, a video production company. I was really glad to be asked to work alongside both Callum and Ballet Soul for their Othello21 video. It's been a while since I've worked with creatives, both dancers and choreographers, so I was really ready to get my hands in deep with this. It's been quite a long process. We've been up to the studio around 7 to 10 times. We've also done street shoots around Brick Lane and by the Globe Theatre on the Millennium Bridge, which has been a lot of fun. Working alongside creatives again has been somewhat challenging, depending on how fast they move in the dance, but because of the rehearsals we managed to get through it, and I believe the dances look spectacular. Obviously during this pandemic it's been really hard for creatives to get work, not only for myself but the dancers as well. So being given this opportunity to work on the Othello21 video has not only helped my sanity, but it's also been able to keep me creative during a hard time. If you haven't already seen the Othello21 video, go ahead and watch it. We'd really appreciate it. We spent so many hours on it. And if you have already watched it, I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.